Hello and welcome to my forge. Today I keep on working on my Bretonnian army. It's time for the Knights of the Realm. The most noticeable thing about them are the helmets and their crests. There's hardly any picture where they are not shown, which leads to my first problem: where to get the parts. Neither Fireforge nor Perry miniatures have parts in their sets which could be used. Reason for this can be found in history. Crests like the Bretonnian knights are wearing were designed for tournaments. However, since the 13th century there were crests on helmets, but only in the second half of the 14th century they became the imaginative decorations which the Bretonnians wear. This may also be the explanation why Fireforge only has simple crests like horns and wings. These guys are made for the 12th and 13th century. The Perry miniatures knights are dressed up for battle in the early 15th, so they won't have worn crests either. In the beginning, crests were used to identify the knight in battle, so most of the time they were a copy of the knight's coat of arms. Later, other elements were added which showed the rank in society or just complements to the bearer's blazon. During the 14th century, as said before, the crests became more imaginative or were fictional. In a tournament, they were supposed to be hacked into pieces, which is the reason why they were constructed from wood, animal horns, or made from paper mesh covering a wireframe. There were no limits, but most of the time objects like animals, humans or wings were used. After this very small and shallow lesson about crests, it's time to assemble my own. I'm starting with the Taurus. This is the wreath which is around the helmet and where the mantlet is attached to. The mantlet was kept in the colors of the knight, and this is the part which must be sculpted later. I take the Taurus from Perry Miniatures Agincourt Knights because there are some in the box and they fit perfectly with the Fireforge heads. I searched my bits box and used whatever I could find. Games Workshop Imperial Knights have some very useful tips for their banners. I got panthers and wolves from them. But also there were some crests of the Knights Panthera which I could use. The crest of the Bretonnian helmets would have been an obvious choice, but they are a little too big. However, that would have been too easy anyway. Even my high elves contributed a dragon for my Bretonnian army. From Victrix I got a bull's head and a rooster, which brought Sir Robin from Monty Python and the Holy Grail to my mind. It just had to be used for a knight. My Imperial Roman legionnaires sacrificed an eagle, which will also decorate a helmet. Now that the glue is hardened, it's time for the mantlets. At first I thought that very difficult, but it was far easier than I imagined. I started with a piece of green stuff, which is pressed against the helmet and then formed. After this, I'm using a sculpting tool made from silicone to smooth the surface. Followed by a different sculpting tool which I used to make folds in the fabric. It's important to sculpt them in a way that they won't look frayed. In the modeling clay between two folds I pressed small holes to create the image of wind stirring up the cloth. Then I deepened the folds a little so that they match the holes. The outcome was sometimes not what I expected, but I'm fine with that. In every conversion is something to learn. Something you can try is to sculpt the mantlet like it's flying behind the helmet, as if the horse is in full gallop. But there was only one night where I was pleased with the outcome. Something I left out in this video, as returning viewers might have noticed, is that I didn't show how to convert the armored legs and the tabard. This is shown in my videos about Knights Errant and Questing Knights. The videos are linked in the right corner here. And here the completed Knights of the Realm. As you can see, these are not all knights. The other 5 I built will follow in a workbench update. If you liked my video and want to support my work, please like, share and subscribe, or leave a comment below. See you soon in my forge.